Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. Coast to coast and way out there, fans, listen up! If you like UFO conspiracies, ghosts, and the paranormal, you'll love Spaced Out Radio, Spreaker's answer to Coast AM, with more interesting guest experts in the paranormal and UFOs each month. If you like Way Out There, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Own the night with Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott, nightly at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, and 9 p.m. Pacific, on Spreaker, on Periscope, and on D-Talk Radio Network. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. The blues, the primary start to rock and roll music, the music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more. The doors open soon to the Blues House on GJRB. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between, like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. This is the GJRB Online Network. Oh yeah, Booker T and the MGs. GJRB Online, Green Onions. We got just good stuff here. GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America. Here on GJRB Online. Overcast day today here in Clinton. Just raining all day since I got up this morning. Poor doggy. He doesn't like to be out in the rain. He doesn't like to do his bathroom out in the rain. When it gets overcast and rainy here in the morning and I have to take him out, he just will turn around and go back in. Now, I got him out there like twice this morning, and it was drizzling. He managed to get it done, but getting that dog out to do his bathroom in the rain is not an easy task, I gotta tell you. He doesn't like it to be out in the rain too much to do his bathroom. Just that's him. Anyway, welcome back to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra here on GJRB Online. We're doing part 3 as we're doing another 45 minutes of nonstop talk here on Spreaker. So another 45 or so minutes we're going to be talking here, nonstop talking music and stuff and fun, and you're welcome to be part of the program and get your comments in here. I'm going to load up some more on my chat rooms here and see if we can conjure up somebody. Let us know we're back on the air and see what we get live. So we're going to do that right now and see if there's anybody out there. It's been dead all day. For some reason, I just don't know why. When I'm on the air, my audience is not there. And I don't know, part of it could be my commercial breaks. I take too many of those. It's like over-the-air radio because but, I'm doing the 45-minute plan. I got a closed-circuit FM signal. So I just kind of like make it as real as possible, like real radio. And that's why I do that. And I like doing it that way. But going on and off the air, I don't know. I lose them somewhere when I do that. It's not working that way. But anyway, pretty soon I'll be, let's hoping that they're real good and we'll be able to do the broadcaster plan and be able to broadcast straight without having to stop at all, which will make it more easier for me to get programming here. And that would be a good idea. And I'm hoping we can get that done. I'm really looking forward to broadcasting straight for 3 hours without having to stop. And, of course, I'm kind of splitting the hour up. I do that regularly. Now, on my straight show, when I do the weekday show, it's going to be tight. When I'm doing the midweeks to weekends, it's semi-freestyle, or it's just, whatever happens, So I kind of mix it with a little bit of music to make it interesting. And I try to put in some different things. And unfortunately, to no avail, I still kind of don't get the audience. So, but I still do the stuff I usually do on this program. But they're just not there. So we just going to keep on doing it anyway. And I got birthday greetings going out, so we're going to do that here in a couple of minutes. I'm just kind of posting again here to the social sites and all the groups. So I'm doing that right now. You can get in on the show. All you got to do is get in. I am the Radio Maniac. So if you want to get into Twitter, it's very simple. Twitter. You'll see the really neat widget that comes up that you can listen to the show right there. And when you click the comic book icon, it'll take you right straight in to this to my GJRB Online Network Spreaker chat room, and you can stop in and say hi and leave your comments there if you so desire to, and see what we can get out there. Let's hope it maybe perhaps we can get some listeners in this next hour. That's why I kind of leave it open with 45 minutes of nonstop talk, so that we can maybe get some people listening to the show, and maybe they're out there somewhere, hopefully. So we're going to see. I'm going to do that and that and that, and to go ahead and post on my MeWe site. And I've got to check and see, because someone, I don't know, I'm going to, just out of sake of curiosity, I'm thinking about trying my MeWe again, my Convo again, because I was thinking that maybe perhaps they are back. They've been down for some time, and I know that Ed was saying on his show that they were talking about upgrading their site a little bit. So I was wondering if they were done with that yet. And if they were, I would be going back to Convo for posting this show. And they were supposed to build to a point where you can do live videos on that site. So maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure, we can find out whether or not that's happening. It's kind of taking still for a while to get up there, but I'm going to keep checking every so often this week. So far, they're saying this can't be reached. So they either probably move their site or something, and I'll get a hold of it and find out exactly what's going on there. So Convo's still down. Still can't reach them. They still cannot be reached. So apparently they're still working on that site. Be great if we can do videos there, because maybe I could get some audience from that. Kind of leery about doing it on Facebook. I was going to do that live video on Facebook to see if we can get some attention somewhere here. But I'm kind of playing around with the idea right now to get audience here. Oh, well, let's see. Anyhow, it's, there we go. 5 o'clock, actually a little past it. 5:01 Central Daylight Time, 6:01 Eastern, 3:01 Pacific. It is 4:01 in the mountains, and up in Alaska it would be, 2:01? Something like that. Yeah, anyhow, welcome to the last hour of the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. On GTRB Online, we're doing, we're about 13 minutes in. 13 minutes into our 45 minutes of nonstop talk and music and fun this hour here on GTRB Online. And like I said, if you want to get in on the program, it's not too late, folks. You can do that. All you have to do is get into the GJRB Spreaker public site and do that. And you can get in on the show by doing that. And get your comments in here. There's a lot of time to do that. And also, you can talk to me in the chat room. Even if I'm off the air, you can just leave messages and I will see them. Because my Twitter usually, my Facebook usually tells me, or my internet, or my email. My Yahoo email will notify me if I have a message left for me on my any one of the chat rooms here on my parts of the show. They'll usually let me know that I have a message on there. So I check every once in a while to see if there's any messages. But you can get in on the action. Pretty simple. Last hour to try. It's GTRB Online here on Spreaker. I got Skype. I could open that up. As well as you can get also in on my Facebook. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, hit that messenger and hit that call button, and I can put you on the air. Or, like I said, just in the Spreaker chat room by getting in my Twitter. I'm the Radio Maniac. You'll see the antique radio emblem with the GGRB online and the widget for this broadcast. Just click the comic book icon. It'll take you right there. Also, I'm on MeWe, and I leave a link to that very page, and you can see the stream there, and you can drop into the chat room there as well. So please stop in. Love to hear from you here on GGRB Online. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, here on Spreaker across America. And what I do is I purposely, now usually what I'll do is I go offline for a break. Okay? And when I do that, what happens is sometimes my chat room goes inactive on the Spreaker console. But I usually go into my main page where I'm looking right now. That's the 15 minutes in. That's the chat room here. And when you click that, and you can talk to me there. So come on in. Love to hear from you. All right, let's see what we got here. Some more interesting stories. So we're gonna do the scroll through social media a little bit this hour. And let's see. I want to go back into my Facebook. Should do that anyway, so that if people are trying to call me on the Facebook, they can reach me. They won't get me if I don't have my Facebook opened up. So I'm doing that right now. And while I'm doing that, I leave it so that I can do that. I'm going to take that DJ thing off real quick because I only use that during music. And let's do the scroll through social media. All right. Okay. Where is that now? Yeah, notice how I always lose stuff and then I suddenly see it. Strange, isn't it? It's almost like a, there we go. It's always down at the bottom. Always down at the bottom. Okay. Well, I'm going to do some computer cleaning this week. Most definitely. So that's now time for that. And birthday greetings and stuff like that. I promised you this hour, so let's do it right now.
Let's scroll through social media.
That means Facebook and Twitter and MeWe and some of the great social sites, and read down and see what you're posting all over the internet in news and stuff like that. And pick some, different comments that people are putting on here. Yeah, Brett Nowak, sorry there. Yeah, I like that comment. He said, Brett Nowak posting, sorry Cubbies, but I can't waste my weekend watching you lose. I agree with that. I'm not even watching the game, but I am following it on the air, so if you want to get in on the action, you can listen to the show and I'll give you the score. Meanwhile, down the ways, let's go further down the page here and see what else we got. 13 Ghost is on tonight on MeTV, on Svengoolie. 1960 film tonight on Svengoolie. I usually watch that. I like the old scary flicks. 51 years ago tonight, September 21st, 1968. The first word we ever heard of one Adam 12. Adam 12 premiered on this date 51 years ago today, September 21st, 1968. It was a Jack Webb drama program starring Martin Milner and Kent McCord. It premiered on NBC, ran for 7 seasons, clear up to 1975. Right, clear up to 1975. And that was pretty much almost when Chip started, didn't it? I always said they should have combined that show with Chips. I think that would have been really cool. That one, and of course, this ran to 1975 as well as Emergency. That also ran pretty much that same year. The first original episode aired May 20th. Last original episode, the final episode of that series, went on the air on May 20th, 1975. Great series. Still watch that. It's on Cozy on the weekends, Saturday evenings, and then during the week. care about Joe Biden anyway. Go down the ways a little bit. Let's see what else we got. Some more interesting stuff here. Let's see. Before I continue with this, I want to, before I do that, I was going to do my birthdays, wasn't I? So let's do that, and then we'll come back to the scroll through social media. I want to wish a big happy birthday going out right now to Spreaker friend and follower and all that, Jesse Larson. He's out of Wisconsin, celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Jesse, from GJRB. And you're celebrating your birthday today with TV panelist and actor Fannie Flagg. Fannie Flagg celebrating her 75th birthday today. She appeared on as a panelist on a lot of shows, including Match Game, To Tell the Truth, What's My Line, a bunch of other shows. Happy birthday to Jesse, though, but you're celebrating your birthday with a classy lady. Fannie Flagg, she was a comedian and absolutely fabulous. You did, let me see if I can find it. She have all the information on here. Let's see if I'm right. Here it is. She is 75 years old. She was born on September 21st, 1944. Best known for her appearances as panels on shows like I said, Match Game. Supporting role on the new Dick Van Dyke Show, 1971 to 1974. Remember that series with Hope Lang? Yeah. And then she authored the book Fried Green Tomatoes, and it became a 1991 classic. Fannie Flagg today, 75 years old. How about that? And of course, we have obituaries including Rick Ocasek from the Cars, and this week, and we lost another one. That was another great rock and roller, Eddie Money. So there's some of the stuff coming up. Some of the other interesting stories that we're going to talk about today on the program. Let's go back to our main page, and then we'll visit Twitter a little bit. 10 after 5 Central Daylight Time. We're doing, let's say we're just about 22 minutes into our 45 minutes or so of nonstop talk and music in our final hour of the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, here on GJRB Online. And I hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening across America. Breaking from CBN, a Pentagon says that the U.S. will deploy additional troops and military equipment to Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to beef up security. So that's still in the story in the news. And then I hear about this one. Zuckerberg says he admits that the clear bias is in decision to penalize live-action pro-life posts. Yeah, Facebook's. Yeah, this is Zuckerberg. I think he's just swinging his power around just a little too much, isn't it? But he owns Facebook. He has that right, I guess. But he is saying that the social media giant is admitting that it was wrong to censor pro-life groups. So he says he admits it's wrong. He admits it's wrong. According to CEO Zuckerberg, he said in a closed-door meeting with Senator Josh Hawley out of Republican out of Missouri on Thursday, that his company made a mistake fact-checking the group live-action pro-life content and limiting its reach to users. Live-action Leila Rose declared that the tweet that in the meeting with Missouri Republican Josh Hawley, Zuckerberg said that Facebook was wrong to censor me and live action, that there was a clear bias, that the fact checkers were activists. Wouldn't surprise me there. Live Action later tweeted that Facebook was not apologizing for the notification of the 1,000 of our followers, and that we that we are false news. Senator Hawley tweeted about the conversation with Zuckerberg, in which he also challenged the tech executives to sell off Instagram and WhatsApp, which Facebook also owns. He also asked Zuckerberg to allow the company to be audited on censorship by an independent third party. Zuckerberg declined that suggestion. Well, of course he would. Facebook had a pattern now that's censoring pro-life voices and pro-life organizations, and that's what they did to Live Action. Holly went on to say that they censored Live Action pro-life content, and the worst part about it was the supposedly neutral board makes this decision for Facebook, including 2 pro-abortion activists. So it called Facebook on it, and they said this is outrageous, and they have a pattern on how doing this. Zuckerberg also visited the nation's capital following the antitrust probe into the Facebook being led by state's attorney general and a separate antitrust investigation spearheaded by the Federal Trade Commission. So, why doesn't this guy get some kind of penalty for this? Why is it that he gets that right to censor material? This is a public site. I mean, we do have a right to free speech here yet. So, I mean, I don't know why there's no penalty for him on this. I would think that he would get penalized for it, but that's my opinion. Anyway, coming up in 10 minutes, we'll do our weather on the 5s for Clinton, Iowa. We're continuing with our scroll through social media here on GGRB Online. We'll go to Twitter in just a few minutes. Democrats are currently doing, and this is from Wayne S. Pierce, our good friend here. Speaking of which, we'll give him a shout out on our Spreaker shout outs. Democrats are currently doing everything they can to destroy President Trump, and it's time we the people stop him. Quad Cities on air posting, thank you WGN. As you will know, WGN is nearing its contract with the Cubs to carry their games. Next year, the Cubs are planning on starting their own channel. So I'm wondering if they're going to make us pay to watch the baseball games. They're talking about starting their own channel. I know it's going to be a cable channel. Don't know it's going to be exactly what it's going to be, but apparently next season you'll see the Cubs games if you have the Cubs channel. So I wonder if it's going to be free or not. Now, me and Joe were both talking about this last week. Don't know. I really hope that they do, because if they make us pay to watch the Cubs, I'll just listen to them on the radio. I mean, quite frankly, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they're making it a swing of profit off of something that used to be free for us to watch. But apparently, I guess nothing's free anymore, is it? No. This is an interesting story. I saw this come across this before I went on the air, but I got to post. This is from End Time Headlines. A story coming out, posting this. This is, let's see if I can find that story. There's a car apparently crushed. Where's that story? See, they post this stuff. You have to go all the way down the page to find it. It's like ridiculous. What's up with that? They should just go right to it. But I'm not seeing that article. I'm not seeing it now. Oh, never mind that stuff. Let's go back to the main page. We're going to go to Twitter here in a few minutes and see what's up there. And meanwhile, I thought what we'd do is play one of my favorite instrumentals. I like doing that every once in a while. To take us out, I'm going to get ready to take us out with that. won't have time, but I do it on all shows pretty much. Play like instrumentals that I like. I do that because I just enjoy the music. Let's see here. I'm gonna be. We'll play that going into the break a little bit. Well, coming back from the break, we could do it. Would be a better idea, right? Just gonna do it out of there, and play coming out of that break, going into the end of the show. Because coming up after the break, we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs. So why don't we do this? Let's go over to Twitter. I'm going to go to my Twitter page. I'm going to click out of that news story. Going to click out of this and that, and this and that, and this and that. And then I'm going to go into my Twitter page and see what's up there. As we continue our scroll through social media on the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on GRB Online. Next week, I'm thinking about doing another Saturday Extra next week, but the Hawkeyes are going to be playing at 11 a.m. next Saturday morning. And so we might flip frequencies on the 9-foot signal from 107.9 back over here to 88.9 and do another Gary Russen program Saturday Extra. But I think maybe I don't know, people are probably just don't know I'm on. Could be a lot of reasons why I'm not getting the listeners I was hoping to get today, apparently. But it's dead as a doornail today. Let's see, we got some notifications. Summers of Alaska harvesting potatoes. White House, President Trump retweeting a photo of Donald J. Trump. Dana Loesch post. Ann Coulter, Spreaker posting. WHBF Channel 4, soaking rains. We'll take a look at our weather on the 5s coming up in just about 5 minutes. Let's see here. What other ones do we got here? Podcasting stuff here. Some Spreaker postings mostly. KDKA, shocking and disgusting. Doctors, a Pittsburgh area doctor says former Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown owes him $11,500. Also, farted several times in the doctor's face. Caught on video. This is the reason why I think a lot of people are thinking this guy's gone down to a new low. Antonio Brown. I mean, really. I think that's the reason why God's punishing him. I think so. Because this is why 2 football teams have already rejected him. There's a reason for that. Absolutely a reason for it. That kind of low life shouldn't even be playing football. Let's look down the line. We're now on Twitter, and let's see some interesting video here. Some different things we're looking at. Some more stuff on LGBTQ forum going on. This is from Sebastian Gorka. Is a video here of Joe Biden in a LGBT forum. Not that I really care to hear that. And Dana Loesch, she's a advocate for gun rights. She's posting a video from Justin Trudeau, who is the Prime Minister in Canada. Thoughts and prayers will not be enough. We're going to ban all military-style assault rifles, give municipalities the ability to restrict and ban handguns, and strengthen gun control. That's from Justin Trudeau in Canada. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're taking a look at some other interesting postings as we go down the line. Different on Twitter. Weather Nation posting there. Talking about some of the severe weather we were talking about earlier. Saying about dry central. Let's see, where does it say now? Let's go up here. This is cool and dry west, hot and humid in the central and the east, with a video there. So let's see here. We're going to do another weather on the 5s. Let's do that because we're headed into that department right now. Headed in about 23 minutes after 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific Time, 4 o'clock Mountain, and you're listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on GJRB Online here on Spreaker, and thank you for tuning in to the program today. And even if you're listening as an afterthought, a on-demand podcast, thank you for tuning in and listening to the program. Always glad when we get listeners. And even though I don't get listeners on this program, and I talk to myself for a good 3 hours, I guess it's therapeutic. I don't know. That's what Mike says anyway. Okay, I'm going to go then and pull up my thunderstorm again because it's time for another edition of Weather in the News. Yep. Cool air, wet out west. That's what we got, according to the National Weather Service. And no audio, just showing the hard split of the country as 6 to 10 day outlook there, showing a lot of the heat and humidity. And they were talking earlier, I guess places like Montana, some of the upper north already getting snow. My sister was just up in Truckee, and they had snow up there already. Let's see, we have more stuff here. Final word, Dr. Drew, CBS News, reporting that a 5-year-old's birthday, her bus driver brought her a princess dress and a tiara and decorated the bus to celebrate. Now there's a high-class bus driver. Absolutely fabulous. Bigelow Aerospace, a small contribution there. I don't know what that is. Let's go down the page here. We looked at some of these already. And if you have a posting on Twitter and you want to follow me, I am the Radio Maniac on Spreaker. Or rather, you can hear our Spreaker broadcast on here. And you can go into the chat room. And if you want to follow me on Twitter. I'm the Radio Maniac. You'll see the antique radio emblem pop up. You'll see my thing there, and very simple. It's just absolutely fabulous, and you can catch my show that way. That's simple. All right. Tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to get ready because we got weather on the 5s real quick. Take a look at our Clinton weather forecast. Right now, 78 degrees in Clinton, feels like 79. Our relative humidity standing at 94%. I can believe that. 29.93 inches of mercury. It's cloudy right now and overcast. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms becoming widespread overnight. Low 67. South-southwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour with a chance of rain at 90. Rain likely again tomorrow, 70% chance. Actually, 100% chance. Wind south-southwest at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain. Well, we got 1-2 inches of rain expected. Rain showers again in the evening. Tomorrow night, clear overnight. So we're going to get all this rain until tomorrow night. Low 52 degrees with the west-northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Once again, current temperature at our Spreaker studios is 78 degrees. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past each hour, right here on GJRB Online. Gary J. Russell with you. Thanks a lot for tuning in. This is the GJR
Spreaker FM 88.9.
This is Michael J. Martin, and you're listening to the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online.
527. Gives me 527 left. Okay, I'm back. Gives me 527 left in this segment. Okay, that's pretty much what I expected. Okay, let's see what we got here. So anyway, hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening here on GJRB Online as we're wrapping up our program for today here on Spreaker, and we're going to be doing the closeout of this program here in just a little bit anyway. So we're going to add that last part in, the final part of this show. So you still have like maybe a little over a half hour to a little less than that to get your licks in here and talk to me. So if you want to get in on the act, please do stop in. I'd love to hear from you if you like our program right now. Okay. Anyway, we're going to just use this 5 minutes to remind you what we got coming up this week on GJRB Online. Why don't we just kill that time and do that? And then we'll, the next segment, we'll do our shout-outs. Hey, guys, coming up, stay tuned this week. Now, I'm not going to be on the air tomorrow, but that's a TBA. That means to be announced. So more than likely, now, I just saw our church services up for last Sunday. And I will be getting that up next week. Won't be up tomorrow. We'll be ready for next week. I'll have it up sometime in the week. And also, I don't know if our pastor is going to be back next week or not. I don't know when we're going to be getting back into the last 7 days. But we still have the last 7 days from the past couple episodes. The one we aired yesterday and the one previous to that are still up here on the Spreaker public site, so you can still listen to those. But I probably will be up there Thursday at our second studio playing some music. So you'll want to tune into that broadcast. That'll be next week. Thursday, Gary J in the morning on Tuesday and Thursday morning. Tuesday morning here with our regular format, the Gary J in the morning show, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then possibility I'm looking to try a Gary Russen program evening edition, Wednesday evening. And I'm going to see if I can feed off Ed Delgado here a little bit. And that maybe perhaps get some listeners here by promoting my show over there somehow. Tell them that we're going to be on tomorrow night when we say that. Wednesday night. So a Tuesday night, Ed Delgado, Caramel Conservative. And I'm going to see if I can pop our show that way. Which would be kind of nice to be able to do that. And, get a chance to see if we can get some listeners here. But Ed's got a graphic plan. I'm hoping we can get a hold on that one this week. Also coming up this week, we'll, beside that, like I said, Gary Russen program evening edition, possibly on Wednesday night. TBA, tentative right now at this point. But I'm working to do it. And then on Friday next week, we're going to do the Gary Russen program Freestyle Friday edition. Our end of the week Freestyle Friday edition. And then next Saturday, we're going to try to see if we can do this show again. And because we got Iowa Hawkeye football, and that usually is over by 3 o'clock. So I usually say, what the heck, let's flip frequencies on our 9-foot signal over to 188.9 and let KROS handle the post game, and then we'll do our show live right here, right after the game. So we'll be on the air right after the Iowa Hawkeye game next Saturday, 3 o'clock Central Time, right here on Spreaker, here on the GJRB Online Network, for another edition of the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. This show can be heard, of course, on the Spotify, so you can catch it that way, and other fine places. So, please do check in, and if you find us on any of those places. And maybe we can get the ball rolling on getting some more listeners on our programming. Hoping so. We'll be coming back with about 24 minutes left to go of the show. So when we return, I'm going to do our Spreaker shout-outs. So we're going to get that one done and talk more about our programming. So we're going to take a break now real quick for Station ID. This is the GJRB Online Network.